So let's look at the second question and what is given to us and what are we looking for. So the question is asking you to find the measure of big C. Big C represents the angle C, right? In this case, I know two sides. And which angle? Any angle or an opposite angle? An opposite angle. You see how I have an angle that's of the sides. And that's important. If it's not an opposite angle that's given to me, I can't use the sine law. Okay? So, in this case, since I have an angle on its opposite side, and I have a side I'm looking for its opposite angle, so I can use sine law. Now, because I'm looking for an angle, which law am I going to use? Which one of the two?
The first one.
And I'm going to be sine B over B equal to sine C over C because I'm looking for B and C. All right, perfect. So, sine B over B equal to sine C over C. So if I fill in my information, it's sine 60 over 50 equal to sine C over 35. Okay? That's why we changed the formulas, because you don't want it in the bottom because it's going to take more work. Okay? Now, if you want to solve for sine C, what would you do? So you're going to half cross multiply, so it's going to become 35. I always put the number first and the sine angle after, just because it's better to put this way in the calculator. So it's going to be 35 times sine 60 over 50. What do you get? What do you get when you do this? 0. Point what? 0.61. Keep going.
Oh no, it's 6062.
6062. And that equals to sine C. You see this one? This is a sine. Sine has to be to how many decimal places?
4.
4. Did I find my angle yet? No. I just found so far sine angle C. What do I do to find angle C? The inverse. You remember yesterday? Anytime I'm finding an angle, I have to do sine inverse. In this case, it's going to be sine because I'm doing. And then if you don't know how to do that on the calculator, let me know. You have to do shift sine. Shift sine 0.6062. Okay, your answer was different because you need to close the bracket and then divide by 60.
I closed the bracket, and then it gave me like 7 to the power of 3 over 20.
Oh, you press that button here?
No.
Yes, to get the answer. So you have to do 35 times sine 60, close bracket, over 50. And that gives you that answer. If you do that SD button, the SD button, guys, in the calculator is the one that changes from form to form. It's from like scientific to decimal.
Oh, okay. I got it.
Too many buttons. It's technology, honey.
When you like leave the letter C by itself and move sign on to the other side, you have to put a negative one.
That's right. That's the inverse operation. Okay? So it's sine inverse of 0.6062. So you do shift sine. Okay? So, and then what did we get? It's you. It's your fault. So what's the angle here? What do you guys get?
37.
Is it 37 point something?
Yeah.
Point. Okay. Perfect. Are we okay with this? Okay. So here's trigonometry is probably one of the most useful thing that you will learn, right? It's used everywhere. It's used in construction. It's used in directions. It's used in traffic, traffic control, airport control, like everything, like everywhere, right? It's one of the most useful things that you would ever use as measurements, right? Unless you're just doing like banking, right? If you're doing banking, you're not going to use trigonometry for sure. And that's why we teach different strands in high school, so we can prepare you for whatever field you decide to go in, right? Probably you won't use trigonometry if you're going to go to nursing, right? But you use the other strands. But as an engineer or as an electrician or as a construction or plumbing or anything like this, probably this is one of the most useful things that you're going to ever learn, okay? Let's look at an application question that people see in their work life. So 15 nautical miles apart. So nautical miles is one of the units that we use for distance. The angle of ship A to the entrance of the port is 55 degrees with respect to ship 2. Ship 2's angle to the entrance of the port is 45 degrees with respect to ship 1. Which ship is closer to the port entrance, and how far is the ship from port? Round your answer to the nearest tenth. So here's a question where you actually have to draw the picture. So when you're drawing these pictures, what do you think? Tell me what you're thinking. Draw a triangle. Okay, it doesn't have to look pretty. Sure. Now, what do we have? Why are we drawing a triangle? What do we have? How many items do we have?
We have 2 angles. We have 2, they gave us 2 angles already. So
Okay.
inside a triangle, there is 3 angles.
Okay, but what do I need for a triangle? I need to have 3 locations. Okay, just let me just say this sentence. So for a triangle, I need to have 3 points, 3 locations. Do I have 3 locations?
Yes.
What are they? Do I have three items? Entrance of a port and 2 ships, right? So when I'm drawing my triangle, I'm drawing that for a reason, right? I'm drawing because I have ship 1, ship 2, and the port entrance. Now, does it have to be like this? Does it have to be the port is here? Could it be the port here and the ships are? It could be anywhere you want to draw it, or whatever. It could be that you draw it this way, right? It doesn't matter how you draw it, okay? I'm drawing something. Now, first I put my locations, okay? Now let's see what the information are given to me. So it says the 2 ships are located 15 nautical miles apart. Where do I put that 15?
Between ship 1 and ship 2.
Good. Then it says the angle of ship 1 to the entrance of the port is 55 degrees with respect to ship 2. So where is that angle? At ship 1. Because the angle of ship 1 to the port with respect to ship 2. So that's this angle right here. Ship 2's angle to the entrance of the port is 45 degrees with respect to ship 1. Where does that 45 go? I can't draw, so you guys can do whatever you want. For me, it's going to be ship 1, ship 2. All right. Now, here's the question. Yes. And how did you find that? Uh-huh. Good. So I already know 2 angles. I can find the third one. Now, do I need the third one? Do I need to spend time to find it?
No. Yes.
I don't know. I'm asking you.
Well, you know what? It's better to know more things. So.
Sometimes no, because you're going to mess yourself up.
So, here we need it
We need it. Why do we need it?
because we don't have
We don't have
neither of sides.
Yeah, we don't have an opposite angle and an opposite side. Remember, to use sine law, I need to have a side and its opposite angle. I don't have this side, I don't have this side, right? The only side that's given is this one, so I need the opposite angle. So I do need to find that angle. But sometimes I don't, and do I need to waste my 30 seconds that I need for the exam? No. Okay? All right, so to find the port angle, so I just have to do 180 minus 45 minus 55, which is 80 degrees. Now the question is asking you which ship is closer to the port entrance. So what do you need to find? I need to find both sides. So I have to solve the question twice. Can you give me an answer without solving?
Without
Yeah. Just can you tell me which one would be closer?
Ship 1 has the angle, the opposite. Yeah, ship 1.
Which one? Okay, who says ship 1?
I say ship 2.
Why?
Okay, debate. Why do you think ship 1?
Because the side in front of what angle? 45 is just the distance between ship 1 and
I go Shivis. Like,
You want to explain it because I don't.
55 degrees, like, it's technically more
Opposite.
aligned to the port than
Ah.
45 degrees.
Uh-huh. How about what did we learn yesterday? You don't know. I think one of the rules that we learned yesterday is the biggest angle have the
Smallest side.
biggest opposite side. The smallest angle have
Smaller.
side.
the smallest opposite side. Yeah, this is your smallest side, so this is gonna be, sorry, smallest angle. So this is gonna be your smallest side. So ship 1 is gonna be closer. Yeah. So, but you need to. No, they said ship 1. So you guys have to. You have to know that your answer is already there. You know what your answer is, but you have to actually do the calculation. Okay? So I'm gonna leave you with the calculation. You're gonna do it for both. You're gonna find me. So let's just do something here. Let's do A, B, C. Can I call them X, Y, Z and still use sine X over X, sine Y over Y, right? So no matter what the letters are, just what?
Ship 1,
Just for your own purpose. Do you want me to leave it to you to solve?
No, we didn't ask for it.
Okay, let's do it once. Let's solve for side B. So if I'm solving for side B, what do I use?
B over sine B
Mm-hmm.
equals A over sine.
Good.
Everyone,
Hello.
when you're finished this class, I just have a question for you.
Okay.
No, I'm urgent.
Okay, I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so A over sine A and B over sine B. Perfect. All right, now I know what side A is, and I know what angle A is. So let's put it in. So 15 over sine 80 equal to B over okay. Same idea, half cross multiply to solve for B. You guys have to give me the answer. Okay. It says to the nearest tenth. Tenth means 1 decimal place, okay? 12.4 nautical mile. Sometimes the question tells you exactly how many decimal places, and you're gonna have to follow the question's rule, okay? If the question doesn't specify, then you follow the rules that I've given you. Okay, then I'm gonna do the same thing for C. Now, I always like to use, if possible, the given information instead of the found information. So I will also use A for this case, and I won't use B, okay? Just because A is already given to me, so I know that the information are correct.
Ten
10.7. So if I want to answer this question, because the question is asking which ship is closer, or how far is the ship from the port, or which one is closer, so we can say that ship 1 is closer to the